Welcome to the fun house where it's full of fun. Welcome to the fun house, not welcome this time. Welcome to the fun house. It's the house full of fun. It's the fun house. It's the fun house. Jeff, Mike, and Eve. Welcome to the fun house where it's full of fun.
Chapter 1. Jeff, Mike, and Doof were driving down a deserted road, laughter filling the air as they blasted their favorite tunes. Suddenly, the car veered off course, and in an instant, the world turned into chaos. Metal crunched, glass shattered, and then nothing but darkness. When Jeff awoke, he was in a stark hospital room, sterile and cold. Panic set in as he noticed Mike and Doof lying in beds nearby. Their faces were pale, and tubes snaked around them. "Guys, wake up!" he shouted, but there was no response. As they slowly regained consciousness, confusion blanketed the room. "What happened?" Mike groaned, clutching his head. Doof looked round, eyes wide with fear. "Where are we?" The trio tried to piece together the fragments of their memories, but nothing came, just flashes of the crash and a blinding light before everything faded away. It felt like a part of them was missing, an unsettling void in their minds. Hours passed with no sign of doctors or nurses. The hospital echoed with silence, amplifying their growing dread. Jeff felt a shiver creep down his spine. "We need to get out of here," he said, but Mike and Doof were hesitant. "What if it's dangerous?" Mike replied, a hint of fear in his voice. "We can't stay here," Jeff insisted, the fear morphing into anger. The three friends argued, the atmosphere thickening with tension. Suspicion hung heavy in the air. "Maybe one of us is to blame for the crash," Doof suggested nervously. "What if one of us is evil?" Jeff's eyes narrowed. "What are you saying? We're friends. Friends don't lose their memories." "Jeff," Mike shouted, stepping back. "What if we're not who we think we are?" Their voices echoed in the empty halls, growing louder as the fear twisted into paranoia. Each boy glanced at the others, searching for signs of betrayal, wondering if the person standing beside them was truly their friend or something far more sinister. As night fell, the hospital became a labyrinth of shadows. Jeff ventured down a dimly lit corridor, heart racing. He heard whispers, unsettling murmurs that made his skin crawl. "Is anyone there?" he called out, but the only response was a chilling silence. Mike and Doof, feeling the weight of Jeff's absence, followed reluctantly. They found him staring at a darkened doorway. "I heard something," Jeff said, voice trembling. "Let's just leave," Doof urged. "We can find a way out together." But as they stepped forward, a flicker of movement caught their eyes. In the shadows, a figure loomed, its features indistinct. The light above flickered ominously, casting strange shapes against the walls. "You shouldn't be here," the figure hissed. Panic surged. They bolted down the hallway, hearts pounding. "What was that?" Mike gasped. "I don't know, but we need to stick together," Jeff replied, glancing back. The darkness felt alive, creeping closer. Suddenly, they heard a scream of primal, gut-wrenching sound that seemed to reverberate through the building. They froze, fear rooting them in place. "It came from over there," Doof pointed, but his voice was shaky. Fueled by adrenaline, they sprinted toward the sound. As they entered a small room, they found a mirror hanging on the wall, reflecting their terrified faces. But behind them, something dark twisted in the shadows, its eyes glowing with malice. Plus, with the darkness closing in, they realized they were each other's only hope, but their friendships were disintegrating under the weight of fear. As the figure lunged again, they had to make a choice: fight against the shadow of their doubt together or let it tear them apart. Summoning all their courage, they joined forces, their trust reigniting as they pushed against the darkness. "We're friends," Doof cried, determination shining in his eyes. "We'll face this together." In a final surge of strength, they lunged toward the figure, united. The darkness shrieked and imploded, leaving behind a blinding light. When they awoke, they found themselves back in the hospital room, memories flooding back like a wave. The crash, the laughter, the bond they shared, everything came rushing in. They looked at each other, relief washing over them. "We made it," Jeff said, breathless. But as they embraced, a chill ran down their spines. The shadows still lingered in the corners of their minds, a reminder that fear could still seep into the cracks of their friendship. And somewhere, in the depths of the hospital, the whispers returned, echoing their worst fears. Can you really trust each other ever again?
Thanks for reading.